can see you.
Hello, Johan.
Yeah,
How are you?
hello. Sorry.
It's okay.
I see you up and down. Now I can see you. Yeah, I'm just going to put my microphone in here. So
Okay.
just a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah.
How are you, Johan? You doing well?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Jorge Botas, right?
Botas, yes.
Yeah, Botas, yeah. Maybe we've talked before, I don't know.
Yeah, we did. We did a few years ago, yes.
Yeah. I thought I recognized the name there.
Yeah. How is everything with you? Busy days?
Yeah, it depends. I've been into music, just music, actually for a year and a half, and that's not a big problem, But I'm working on music every single day, actually, so it's a great time.
Yeah. And, with CANDLEMASS Black Star, this is an EP. Why not an album? You guys prefer to kind of release, EPs, singles, or an album is in the works? What's the idea?
Leif is the main writer in CANDLEMASS, and he came up with the idea. He had a couple of songs that he was working on, and I guess it wasn't enough for a full album for the moment, but you never know what he's got in his drawer. Maybe he's coming with more songs later on. I don't know.
It's always a surprise when it comes to him.
Yeah, it is. All of a sudden he calls me, come over and let's make a couple of demos.
And, for Black Star, when did you actually record the vocals for the song?
I think it was it in the beginning of this spring, I think. I don't remember exactly. It was a couple of months, several months back in time.
Yeah.
So it's not an old song. We did it for this year, so.
Yeah. And you guys normally, you talk about, the plans when it comes to music. You guys are like in constant touch to say like, what are the plans, if you have ideas. Leif obviously, as you said, main songwriter, he has the main ideas, but do you guys have, can you guys do some plugins as well? Like, here's an idea.
Yeah, of course. He's open-minded. When he has got something that he wants to work on, I will go to the studio with him, and he show me what he wants, not exactly how he wants it to be, but the direction of how he wants it to be, and the music is always written.
Yeah.
But for the singer, me, then we play around together. But he has a feeling or a picture of how he wants it all to be, and we try out several things, and all of a sudden he thinks that was a good one. We really have a good time during the time in the studio. So we have a good time playing around with lots of things. So, and then we keep what is the best one.
It's still fun, to make music, to be in a band environment, so to say.
Absolutely, for sure. It's always good to be around other musicians as well. You get your inspiration from people all around you. So that's, of course, a very good thing.
Yeah. And, with this EP, obviously you got Black Star, which is one of the original songs. The other is an instrumental one. And then you got 2 cover versions.
Right.
I mean, Black Sabbath, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. No one is surprised. We all know Leif is an old fan of Black Sabbath, and he asked us if we wanted to do this one, and of course we said yes, for sure. It's a great song, so it was no problems with that.
And then
And we are fans of Black Sabbath as well, so we really do love all the things that Black Sabbath have done.
Yeah, and but when it comes to time to choose like the versions, in this case, he just said like, I got this idea for the Black Sabbath one and then the Pentagram one. Was that like or do you guys play around with other, ideas for cover versions as well?
No, actually not. He suggested those two, and we said yes to them, just straight ahead. So no. No conversations about that. But we liked it, so it's not a problem.
I guess it's nice when when everybody's on the same page when it comes to things. Makes things easier, I guess. Are you at an age? Well, I guess that comes with age, experience.
Yeah, for sure. We're not arguing that much. I can tell we're grown adults these days, so no fighting and arguing. It happens, but not that much.
Yeah, that's one of the things when I'm close to 50 now, and one of the things I realize now I tend to argue less and less. I just kind of accept things as they are, and if I can change something, then I maybe will fight a bit for it. But if it's something I cannot control, whatever.
No. You what do you say? You can't learn old dogs how to sit. So we are the people we are. And, we all have our different sides, but we're pretty, we always have a good time together. So, it's a lot of fun being out on the road with the guys, so no problems.
It's nice to be in an environment like that. So, what are the touring plans so far for you guys for this summer?
I think we start with Venezuela next month, actually, and then there are several shows in Europe. So, and I think it's, I don't know exactly the numbers, 12, 14, something like that during the summer. So it's pretty, I think it's about 3 a month or something. I don't know exactly. I'm not the kind of guy that needs to know everything. I get the tickets to the airplane and then I'm just leaving. So, and it doesn't concern me. We're different people. Some wants to know everything about everything, but
it's impossible.
It is impossible. But I'm everything turns out to go on and work. So.
And for let's say the summer tour, obviously you guys got this new song, Black Star. So it's probably one of the songs that's going to be on the live set. How do you guys decide, for the summer, let's say for these almost 20 shows you guys are going to play in the summer, how do you guys decide the set list?
Usually, Leif is very good with making a set list because, he's got all the times in his head and the time between the songs. So he knows pretty much on the minute exactly how long a set is going to take. So he's actually suggests a set list for us. And if we all are okay with it, we say it's cool, and that's the way it used to work. I think I haven't had any complaints about the set list so far. Only once, actually. There was a song that I really didn't like back in time, so I told him, no, I can't do this one. You know, when you're doing the vocals, you need to be, what do you say, truthful.
Yeah.
So you need to look like you're having a really good time. And I'm a bad actor, so I really need good songs to feel good.
So, you know, apart from that one time, normally you're okay with the songs that are, you know, that are chosen for a live set.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You know, it's pretty much a privilege for a band to have so many songs to pick from, and Leif has written so many great songs through the years. So you know, we can always put a cool set list together. So I really do love all the songs that we've done so far. He's written. I've told him that you know, some of the songs that you've written, they're gonna live forever.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure there are other people loving them as well. So.
Yeah. You know, that's one thing about Candlemass is obviously we talk about Black Sabbath. You know, Tony Iommi is the riff master, but with Candlemass, Leaf is a bit like that as well. I mean, the amount of great songs and riffs, you know,
Yeah, for sure.
is written. He has written. I mean, it's incredible, and I'm sure, like in 50 years' time, I'm not to be around probably, but I'm sure there are going to be kids, you know, playing those songs and
Yeah,
giving
for
new
sure.
life.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, you know, since I started up again now 7 years ago, you know, I've seen the audience change from a lot of old people in the beginning, and now they're a very good mix with teenagers, and it's awesome, actually. You know, so I think even one show we did, there was the grandfather, the son, and the son's daughter. So, you know, three generations. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible, and you know, as I was saying, I mean, there are songs here, like on the Candlemass catalog. I mean, they're going to. You're right, they're going to be timeless. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
they're so good.
I don't think we have the time actually to play all the great songs. There are so many.
No, I think you'd need probably some 2 or 3 days, probably a bit more, to be able to play all those great songs,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in a proper set, like a
Yeah,
live
yeah,
set.
for sure.
And you know, what is the Candlemass song for you that still gives you goosebumps when you're going to sing it? Is there one in particular that you really, you know, look forward to every night?
Oh, I'm pretty much in love with all the songs that we used to do. So it's of course nice to do the songs that I didn't do back in time.
Yeah.
They are more new to me. So yeah, what do you say? Mirror, Mirror, Well of Souls. And of course, the epical songs. They are cool to do. Always cool to do. So I can't give you
Any song?
not a special one out of the catalog actually, but feel pretty good with most of the songs that we've done so far.
When you came back to Candlemass, were you surprised with how, you know, that first record, how influential it was for a lot of people, and how much people had that album in consideration? Because, you know, obviously when Messiah, you know, joined the band, you know, kind of exploded, so to say. But that first record is very special for a lot of people. When you came back, did you realize the impact that record had on so many people?
I actually realized it about a decade. I think it was 96 or 98, 1998 or something, that I saw it in the paper, actually. I was reading the news, and there was a band. I don't remember what band it was, but they were their greatest inspiration was Candlemass, so that was pretty cool to read. And you know, I've done a couple of shows during the years with Candlemass. So but you know, from the very beginning, no one really thought that the album was going to be as big as it is right now. So there were actually people laughing in the very beginning. That's true. I don't know it myself, but Leif and Mappe have told me, you know, people were saying, good luck, guys. We've never heard anything like it. And I guess the record was a bit before its time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the way it was. He did album for a decade later, or at least a couple of years later on.
Yeah. It is, you know, interesting in this kind of music, how long it takes sometimes for people to truly appreciate the music.
Yeah.
Isn't it strange, you know, when you listen to a band, you think like, okay, it's just another band. And like 10, 20 years down the road, that record becomes a classic. The fans demand the band to play it from start to finish live. It's happening with a lot of bands.
I think most of the people do not listen to music exactly the way as, you know, metal people do.
Yeah.
You know, we're dedicated to this music, and if we hear something interesting and we don't understand it right away, we give it one more time, and then all of a sudden we realize what's going on, and then we start to like it. So, you know, most of the time, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people, you know, when a heavy song is on the radio, they don't even listen. They just run over and put down the volume. So, I think people loving heavy music is not all the people, and I think we are more dedicated than the rest of them. You know, you can't listen to the heavy music just soft in the background. You want to put up the volume and just feel it in your body.
And I know you talked about this, and Leif has talked about this. There's that show in Greece with Messiah. It's going to be a one-off show. You're not going to be there at all at that show?
I'm not sure right now. You know, I have a big family, and there are actually a lot of birthdays around that area. But you never know. I would like to go, and there are some friends that are going to Greece, and maybe I join them, but I don't know for the moment, actually. Okay. That would be great to see it. So, and I can tell that I wish him the best of nights. I hope it all goes off well.
Yeah, it's you know, I think I saw Candlemass with you when you guys played Portugal, and I remember seeing, I don't know, 2001, 2002, Candlemass with Messiah back at Vacan Open Air. Yeah. And, you know, for me, and, you know, I'm a big fan, actually, of Chapter 6 with Thomas Wikström. Yeah. And for me, it's like listening to Candlemass. No matter who's singing, it's always good. It's always
Yeah, all the singers Candlemass has had, they're all great singers, and I actually know, I think, pretty much every one of them pretty good, actually.
It's great, and even I was just thinking now, They had Rob Lowe from Solitude Eternus on a couple of records, and it's also a great singer, and being as we're going back to what we were talking earlier, like it's such a wealth of great songs that Candlemass has.
Yeah.
It's so hard to,
Yeah.
to choose obviously everybody wants to hear the early records, the classics, so to say.
Yeah, for sure.
There is so many great songs throughout the band's catalog that deserve a chance as well. It'd be nice to try some of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know exactly, because we're going to do some rehearsal now within a couple of weeks or so. So I don't know what songs are going to be the new ones for this summer, but I'm pretty sure there will be a couple of new ones.
Yeah, that's good. It's always nice, and for you as a singer as well, to mix things up a bit, I guess.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
It's for the fans, it's great because, for more that people say that I'd like to hear Mirror Mirror or Well of Souls or, whatever songs from the first 3-4 records.
Yeah.
If you throw a song that people haven't heard in a long time, they might find it strange in the beginning, but it's a good thing to have that because people will oh, wait, where is this song from? And
yeah.
I always like.
I think maybe one thing is, the young audience, the young people now. To them, the old songs are new songs.
Yeah.
So that's a luxury problem. But maybe they would be disappointed if we don't do the old songs. So we have to do a couple of the old songs every time.
Yeah, it's kind of, I wouldn't like to be in your shoes when it comes to pick up a set list because, it would be freaking huge. You wouldn't have time and you wouldn't be able to play, all the songs that I would like to hear.
Yeah. Yeah, people have asked me actually if we're going to re-record some of the old stuff with me, but there's a policy in the band that the singers that did the songs are going to be the singers on those songs forever. So, we do not make a copy of old stuff with me that I haven't done.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to that, but I don't, as we were talking, it's always great singers and, the songs at their time. And I don't feel the need, especially with Candlemass, I don't feel the need of hearing re-recorded songs.
No.
Personally, and if you sing some of them live, it's great. But But
that's
re-recording,
another thing. So that's not a problem to do the songs live, but never re-record anything from the old singers.
Yeah, I think it's if something is good, don't touch it.
Yeah, you're right. But now we did a huge song, the Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
Yeah. Well, but
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but a cover version is a cover version. Another thing is to re-record your own songs. That because when you do a cover, you can, it's different. I feel it's different, and you can have your own twist in it anyway. Johan, when can we see you guys back in Portugal? I know you don't decide any of that.
No, I haven't got the schedule, but I don't think Portugal we're not coming this summer.
No.
Not officially yet. I don't think so. But I can be wrong. I don't remember all the countries from the schedule in my head, but I would love to come.
Yeah.
You never know what happens. All of a sudden, someone is calling and wants us. So What was Vagos? Was that?
Vagos. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
It was a cool one.
Yeah, it's a nice area. It's a nice place for the festival. It's a nice, yeah. It's a cool.
Is that the biggest one in Portugal?
Not at the moment. It's one of the most important ones when it comes to summer festivals for metal in Portugal, but it's not the biggest one. The biggest one we have at the moment is in Lisbon. Happens at the end of June, because as bigger bands, yes, like Slipknot, Opeth, Judas Priest.
Cool.
There's a lot of big bands, so that one would be the big. But for hardcore, hardcore metal fans, old school, Vagos is probably still the best option to go to. But we have another one at the end of August that happens in the north as well of Portugal, which is called Milagre Metaleiro. It's a very good festival. It's a very nice, very friendly. So we have some great options at the moment.
Yeah.
For a small country, we have there's at least in the summer 4 proper metal festivals, with good enough bands. So for a small country like Portugal, it's not too bad.
No. Absolutely not.
So hopefully, next year, if not this year, hopefully next year we can have you guys back in Portugal. It would be nice to see you guys again. Johan, thank you very much for your time. All the best for Candlemass and for the summer shows. And I hope to see you soon. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.